after a painstakingly 6 days as of me recording this video, I finally have Void Rivals issue 31. Isn't that cool? What is going on, everybody? I'm your host, King Studios, and today we are going to record my reactions to Void Rivals issue 31. I just got this. I forgot I threw away the packaging. But yeah, this just came in the mail. And yeah, we are going to record my reactions. Let's go. We begin this issue with on the Skuxxoid base, and I'm just gonna call this guy Skuxxoid because, you know, they're all the same name and character. So I'm just gonna call him Skuxxoid just so to not lead it to any confusion. And yeah, but he's leading a group, I think, called the Skuxxoid Liberators, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, their main goal is to take down Skuxxoid Alpha, and he says that no Skuxxoid should command another and they should fight as one. You know, kind of like when Optimus Prime says all together as one. I'm pretty sure that's how the saying goes. And then we see someone saying, dangerous, yes, but I didn't take you for a fool, as we see a double page of Skuxxoid Alpha, and behind him is like a lot of Skuxxoids. I dare someone to try and count all of them. I'll see if I can do it, me personally, but yeah, I just realized I am not counting this shit. There's just too many of them. Look how many. Yeah, we see a double page shot of Skuxxoid Alpha with his own Skuxxoid army. So yeah, I just love the art. I just want to say that I just love the art of Connor. I think Connor Hughes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna glaze him a lot in this video and at the end of it. So yeah. But Skuxxoid Alpha says that they really think that there was if they really thought that this was their first ever revolt. And then we see a close-up shot in double page of Skuxxoid with his own army, the Skuxxoid Liberators, saying, no, but I promise you it will be our last. So yeah, he's got a big promise to fill. Let's see if he manages to actually fulfill it. We then see Skuxxoid Alpha leading his troops in, saying to kill him and that his followers will crumble when they see the errors of his ways. Then Skuxxoid Alpha asks him if he really expects to be beaten like this, that he's as tough as cosmic nails, he survived the divider, and he's battle tested, and also that he's been out in the cosmos while Skuxxoid Alpha has just been sitting being lazy. Then we see him absolutely destroying Skuxxoid Alpha's servants, throwing them into each other, beating the shit out of them with each other, and overall just kicking them and just being a badass. Then he starts saying that Skuxxoid Alpha offers them servitude, while he offers equality, that he's tasted the sweet life of freedom and he wants to share it with all of them. He knows their hearts and he shares their dreams, and if they ever wanted more. But then Skuxxoid Alpha comes in and wants to kill him, and then Skuxxoid says, very well, let's beat some sense into them. But then another Skuxxoid comes in and says that he was brought in with Skuxxoid when he first awakened into life, because back I think in issue 16 of Void Rivals, Skuxxoid and Pythona fought and she gave him that scar, and I'm pretty sure she also cut him in half, and I think that also gave birth to the Skuxxoid saying that he was brought in with him. And he says that he was new and practically knew nothing, but Skuxxoid took him in and treated him as an equal Skuxxoid, and that when he says he wants to bring equality, he absolutely means it. Skuxxoid thanks him and says that Skuxxoid Alpha does not care of how many of them die in battle, and he only cares that he remains their ruler when the battle ends. But then Skuxxoid Alpha comes in and calls complete bullshit and says that he is the first Skuxxoid ever among them, and says that he has cared for them after so many years, and his devotion should be beyond trust. Then Skuxxoid says, step forward then, his fight is with him. If he truly does care for his brothers, then to not treat them as fodder and as a shield, and to fight him himself. Skuxxoid Alpha says very well, and they fight. But then Skuxxoid comes in saying that he may have been the first, but he doesn't know what drives him, what's the source of his power. He says that the fear, the regret, and the uncertainty is all the pain he has experienced, and he's been molded and shaped by it. He's been out in space, surviving on his own completely fine until he decided to get, I'm pretty sure he got picked up by the robot guy. I'm pretty sure he's revealed later on in this issue, but yeah. Before all that, he was perfectly fine living on his own. He's been molded by all the trauma he has experienced. And I think this is kind of good character development. I mean, trauma builds character, right? Right? But in all seriousness, I'm pretty sure this Skuxxoid, Skuxxoid, has evolved a bit in these past issues. But then Skuxxoid Alpha comes in saying, what am I, lazy, complacent, too comfortable on my throne? Is that what you're going to say? And then he starts explaining that he recognizes the arrogance in Skuxxoid, the confidence of knowing things that he actually doesn't know, and that it can only be tempered by age. Pretty sure this means that he might have experienced things that other Skuxxoids have not, and that experience has taught him how to survive. But that's just my speculation. But then Skuxxoid claps back saying, is that all you offer? A lecture and a beating. And he says that the last thing they need is garbage leadership, and he has no desire to keep beating someone as old as feasible as him and to stay down. But then he says that he only wants one thing from him. One. Where is my wife? Where are my kids? Tell me. And what do you, loyal subscribers, think he is going to say? Did she divorce him and take the kids? Or did he murder them? Choose your answer. If you thought it was any of those answers, then you'd be wrong, because they've actually been dead. Long dead. God damn, I did not know that story was going to take a dark as fuck turn. Would you just take a second to look at my shocked face that I'm not realizing looks kind of stupid and ugly? Jesus Christ, was I high? I don't know if I was high or not on the day, but goddamn, I look weird. Now, at first, Skuxxoid doesn't believe him, but then he explains it. That it was an accident. It was nobody's fault, and that their house burned down and took the whole family with it. It was gone in an instant. He said that he has not been divided since. The memories were too painful to pass on, and that it was a pain only he carries alone. But then Skuxxoid comes in and says, no, it's not a burden just for him to carry anymore. Then they all hug. God damn, this is beautiful. Then a Skuxxoid asks, since he is their leader, what will they do with him? Then Skuxxoid says that he and him and everybody else are all equals now, including him. And that he is old and that he should rest. And that they're all Skuxxoid, and never forget that they're equals. They don't need a leader and they can accomplish much together, but he's no longer part of it. That he wants to live his own life, and he leaves them now to retrieve my beloved Rockeroid and resume my travels. He is more loyal to that thing than most marriages, not gonna lie. Then the robot guy from earlier that I was talking about says that he was wrong to serve him, wrong to bring him here, that to make it up to him and to take him with him. Skuxxoid asks if he will serve him, and he says in a way he always has. Then the issue ends with them leaving the Skuxxoid base, and the robot guy says that the Rockeroid's last ping originated from the planet near the planet Junkion. So I guess they're going back to it. But my main question is, are they going to see Proximus and the other guy and the guy from Cobra Law on there, because in the EU 2026 special they were seen to be on it. So I don't know, because me personally, I don't know if this issue takes place before, after, or during the Quintesson War. So yeah, I'm a bit confused there. But yeah, after he says that, he realizes that he's still grieving and that he'll leave him to it. And then yeah, that's how this issue ends. That was a very good comic. Fred. That's cool. Alright, now I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. First of all, I forgot to say, is that I like the art in this comic. I find it refreshing that we got, I'm guessing, Connor Hughes as the artist. I thought it was pretty nice. I liked the shot of Skuxxoid Alpha with all the others behind him. I thought it was pretty nice. I did not expect the twist of his family being dead. That is all I gotta say about that.